Hey y'all, I'm back. It's your celiac bestie. Have I been gone for like 2 months? Yes. I think my last episode that I filmed was the Halloween one, but don't worry, I'm fine. I honestly was just like relaxing, enjoying the holidays, and figuring out how to set up my podcast at home. Sounds like a lot of work because I was home for the holidays. So yeah, I didn't film anything, but I'm officially back now. And honestly, like for the longest time, I've been planning this like ultimate Italy gluten-free guide video. And that's still coming. But since it's been so long since I've filmed a video, I thought doing a little life update would be better. But that's also coming. So if you want to see that, subscribe. But anyway, yeah. Okay, life updates. So last time you saw me was Halloween. I was Katniss Everdeen. My friend was President Snow. We were trying Halloween candy. If that sounds interesting, you should watch that video after you watch this one. But now I'm 20, which is scary. My birthday's in November, so I have some pictures that I can share. So let me open them up. Here is the cake that I made for my birthday with my friends. It's not the prettiest cake, but it's a cake and it's gluten-free. I feel like the easiest thing that I found for birthdays is just making my own cakes because it is hard finding gluten-free cakes. And plus making cakes is so fun. And then what else did I do for my birthday? Oh, okay. So that was I celebrated my birthday like 20 different times because, you know, when you're in college, you have like college friends, home friends, your family, so many birthdays. So that was my college cake. And then when I came back home for Thanksgiving break, my parents surprised me with a cake. Here's me cutting it up. I think it was from Amazon Fresh, and it's some sort of Oreo flavor, or not Oreo, but cookies and cream. But honestly, it wasn't that good, so don't recommend. And then my friend actually came over during Thanksgiving break, and this picture looks so cursed, but I promise our makeup, so we did, have you heard of like the Uncanny Valley makeup, where basically you wear makeup to make yourself look kind of human-like, but not human, like a weird, creepy human, I guess. So we did that makeup, and then this is us cutting the cake, but it looks really weird because it's super close up. Also, this gluten-free cake, I think, is from Jewel. It's like a strawberry one. This one's good. This one I recommend. But yeah, this makeup looks really bad in this photo, so maybe just close your eyes, don't look at that. But we actually made a TikTok, and it actually looks really cool in the TikTok. Here, let me pull it up. Oh my god, sorry, my TikTok literally logged me out. Rude. Okay, here is the TikTok video. So yeah, makeup looks way better in that video, although my running is so goofy. So just ignore that. But yeah, it's crazy that I'm 20 because like I'm not a teenager anymore, which is crazy because I feel like teenage years are supposed to be the years where you're like the most wild or spontaneous, I guess, because you have no life obligations. But I feel like having celiac disease, it just gets rid of all spontaneity. Is that a word? Yes, I think so. In your life. So, but what was I saying? Oh yeah, I'm 20. That's crazy. I don't feel 20. I feel like a child, which is insane. But let's move on because a lot has happened. We have to cover 2 months. Moving on, Thanksgiving week. Okay. So for Thanksgiving, we decided to go to Canada. We have relatives in Canada that we hadn't seen in a long time. And then I also have a friend from high school who goes to college in Canada. And the 1975, which is a band that I was going to say I love the band, but I feel like that'll get me canceled. I like their music. Okay. And so Canada, honestly, their gluten-free stuff was kind of amazing. And there was this place that we went to called the Bean Sprout, and it's a Chinese restaurant. Now, this might not look that good because this is a plate of leftovers like 2 days after the fact that I microwaved. But this was the best gluten-free Chinese food I've ever had in my entire life. So Canada, the Bean Sprout. Go there. Next year, I actually have tickets for the Taylor Swift show in Canada. And so I'm going again during Thanksgiving break to Canada, and I'm definitely going back to the Bean Sprout. That was literally amazing, a dream come true. Anyway, and then in my friend's college campus, she goes to school in like London, Canada. I don't know. I don't know why there's a place called London, Canada. But we went to this place called The Mule, and that's also a 100% gluten-free establishment because, by the way, when I eat out, I only eat at 100% gluten-free places because they're honestly the only place where I feel comfortable eating, because any other place, I feel like you're just going to get cross-contaminated. It's just going to happen. Like, no matter how confident they seem, it just, I don't know. I feel like it's not worth it. I prefer just sticking with 100% gluten-free places. I know everyone's different about that, but that's just my personal preference. So anyway, yeah, here's a picture of the food. It was really good. The tacos were really good. The guac wasn't that good though, so don't get the guac. And then let me go back to my doc. What else did I do during Thanksgiving? Okay, and then after Canada, we immediately went home, and then it was like actual Thanksgiving Day. And for that, my family, it's just like my immediate family, like my parents and my sister, we do Thanksgiving meal together because like I actually want to eat food on Thanksgiving. I feel like that's the whole point of Thanksgiving, is eating food. And if we go to other people's houses, then I can't eat anything and it's just depressing. So we like doing Thanksgiving at home. And I was in charge of the mac and cheese this year. Here is a beautiful photo of me making mac and cheese. And I felt like I was in The Bear. I was bringing out my inner chef, but that mac and cheese was the best mac and cheese I've ever had in my whole entire life. I'm trying to remember where I got the recipe from. It was some random TikTok. I don't know. Like, I don't think it was like a TikTok for making gluten-free mac and cheese though. It was a TikTok for just regular mac and cheese, but instead of using obviously macaroni that has gluten in it, I used gluten-free macaroni, but everything else was the same. This is how it turned out. So good. So good. I honestly, that is one of my best works of my whole entire life. And then I think we have a picture of the table, I think. Oh yeah. There's our beautiful turkey. Beautiful. So yeah, I feel like it's so much better to just do dinner with people who will actually eat gluten-free with you, because it's fun, like everything on the table being gluten-free, and then you can eat everything. Because my mom also, because of me, my mom is also diagnosed with celiac. After I got diagnosed, she was like eating gluten-free with me, and then she was like, oh wait, I kind of feel better, and then she got tested and she also has celiac. So yeah, in my house we go 100% gluten-free for dinner time. Okay, after Thanksgiving I went back home, and then after Thanksgiving I went back to school. The word home is so weird for me now because I have a home, but I don't know, it's just weird, like what is my home, because I'm always moving around. But okay, that's a different topic. Finals week was good. I don't know, it wasn't stressful at all. I don't think I really had that many finals. But I got straight A's last semester, so yay. Okay, winter break time. During winter break, I did CNA school, so I'm now actually a licensed CNA. So that's cool. But from that experience, I now have a new fear of when I'm older being trapped in a nursing home with no gluten-free food. Like, I'm just, because we saw a lot of people with dementia and Alzheimer's, and I was thinking, like, what if I'm too out of it to tell people that I have to eat gluten-free food? And what if, like, no one's there to help out? That's scary. Nursing homes are kind of scary, honestly. But I didn't really look into the gluten-free options that they had feeding the residents there because I was a little busy, like, being traumatized from changing diapers and bathing people that, I don't know, I wasn't thinking about food. Moving on. I also threw a Christmas party with my friend. We did, like, all of our high school friends kind of reuniting. And we did a thing where we each bring a dish that starts with the first letter of your first name. And my name's Zara. So that's not the most ideal situation because what even starts with a Z? But I ended up I did it. I made baked ziti. But I didn't put any meat in it or anything because I know, like, some people are vegetarian. So it's like vegan baked ziti. But here's a picture of the spread. That's my baked ziti. I was the only one who made, like, a homemade. No, actually, these, like, strawberry sandwich thingies were also kind of homemade. But I was the only one who I feel like made the most homemade thing. No, actually, these cookies were also homemade. Never mind, just. But I made homemade food. Yeah, not dessert. So I feel like I carried. Honestly, yeah, I carried. Also, that was obviously gluten-free. Obviously, I bought a gluten-free dish. Why wouldn't I? And then for the rest of break, I was honestly so tired for my CNA class. Because a CNA class, it's accelerated. Normally, it takes like 6 to 8 weeks to become a CNA, but this was like a 3-week course. So I was just reading the textbook for 3 whole weeks and going to nursing homes, and it was crazy. But after that, I was so tired that I literally did nothing. Like, I hung out. I just annoyed my sister all day, and we watched Pretty Little Liars, and that's literally it. And it was amazing. It was what I needed. Sometimes you just need to rot, and that's what I did. Also, Gypsy Rose left prison, which was something I was obsessed over because I love Gypsy Rose. I guess a little context if you don't know who Gypsy Rose is. She's basically a girl whose mother pretended like she has a ton of diseases so that they could scam people. So then the mother could also have control over her daughter. And then eventually Gypsy got fed up with her mother and the fake diseases. So she convinced her boyfriend that she met online to murder her mother. And then she went to jail for a couple of years. And just this month she was released. So yay for Gypsy. I don't know. Some people hate her. Some people love her. I love her because I think she's iconic, but obviously, like, the moral situation of it all, like, don't murder your mother, but also, I don't know. She's just funny, so I enjoy her. Also, while she was in jail, she mentioned how she kind of grew to like Taylor Swift, which is honestly iconic. Like, I imagine her in her Reputation era in jail, but I actually have an extra ticket for the Taylor show that I was talking about in Toronto next year. And I honestly considered, I was like telling my family, should I just shoot my shot and ask Gypsy if she wants to go to the Taylor Swift concert with me? But my dad said, you probably shouldn't do that because she's a murderer. But also, I like how I'm coming up with this whole scenario as if, like, if I asked, she obviously would say yes, and it's just a matter of if I'm asking her or not. I don't even know how I'd contact her, but I don't know. That would be fun. And she's not gonna murder me. Like, I'm nice. I'm not like her mom. I'm nice. I have Taylor Swift tickets. Who wouldn't want to go with me? And then, I think, like, another thing with Gypsy is that even though she never really had any of the diseases that her and her mother pretended that she had, she did have to live with the social consequences of those diseases, which I feel like sometimes can be almost as bad as the disease themselves. Like, for me with celiac disease, honestly, the worst part isn't even the disease. Like, I actually like the disease because all I have to do is eat gluten-free, and in exchange my body won't be sick anymore. Like, yeah, sure. That was so fun when I got diagnosed with that, because I was like, okay, I can get better. There's now like a reason why I have so many health issues, and this can fix it. But the bad part, I feel like, is the social aspect of it. Like, you can't be out, you can't be spontaneous. And I mean, also, like, I've kind of been thinking about studying abroad, but I feel like with celiac disease, that is so hard. But honestly, that's not my main reason. My main reason is that it's expensive. But also the celiac disease makes it hard, which is why I was thinking I could study abroad in Italy, because Italy is literally like celiac disease heaven. If you haven't been to Italy, plan your trip to Italy and wait for my video that I'm about to make about Italy, because you will have the best time of your life. It was literally, words cannot even describe how good that trip was. But yeah, that was my Gypsy Rose thoughts, I guess. How long have we been? Okay, we're doing good on time. Okay, moving on. I also watched Saltburn, which it had good gluten-free representation, because the main food consumed was bath water, which is gluten-free. So moving on, some other fun things that I got during winter break. Okay, here's a haul. I got so many cool things. First off, I got a Shrek vinyl. So I was walking in Walmart and I see this just sitting there. I literally look at him like, what? I never knew this existed, which is crazy because I feel like I know every vinyl that exists, because I have a list of like vinyls that I want, and then during every holiday I send out the list to everyone I know and I'm like, here's what I want. But this, I was like, I didn't know this existed, but it was expensive, like $30. So I was like, oh, whatever, I'll just get it some other time, add it to my list. But then as I walked away, I was like, let me Google it, because why have I never heard of this? And then I Google it, and there's no way to buy this online. Like, you cannot buy it online for like regular price. Like, obviously you can buy a resold one that was like $90. So I was like, I immediately went back and picked it up and bought it. But it's not just like a regular Shrek vinyl. It's a special Walmart edition that is colored. So beautiful. So elegant. Just looking like, oh wow, why can I not get this back in? What the hell? So yeah, this is one of the best things that I've ever owned in my whole entire life. And then, okay, I also have two other things. So I got like 2 kitchen appliances, which I feel like when you have celiac disease, you can never have enough kitchen appliances, because I can't eat out. Like, what I eat is solely what's in my kitchen. So I have an excuse to spend money on kitchen appliances, but I'll bring them, and they're so cool. Hold up. Okay, first off, this popcorn maker, it's so cute. It also says popcorn on it. You can basically use it to make, you put it in the microwave. So you put the popcorn. Okay, this is cool, actually. This lid, you put the kernels in the lid, and then you put it in, and it's the perfect portion. Like, I would say, like, if you want to just eat popcorn by yourself, do one of these lids, and then if you want to eat popcorn with other people, 2 of the lids. Perfect. And then you put it on top, and then you can also put butter on here, but I'm still kind of experimenting with the, like, ratios, not ratios, so the timings and, like, the cook time and everything, because I feel like when you put the butter in here and then you're, like, making popcorn, then the butter melts so much quicker than popcorn is popped. So I feel like the butter kind of burns. So I feel like it might be better to just make popcorn and then melt butter in like a separate bowl and then just put it in there. But this is just so beautiful, and it's made by Paris Hilton. So iconic. Love Paris Hilton. And then the other thing I got is this blender. It's super cool. It's Hamilton Beach. It was $15, which is so worth it. And it's so tiny, which is perfect for my apartment because like I don't have infinite kitchen space. Like I need something very compact. And then what's also cool is as a college student, you hate doing dishes. Oh shit. This you put on here, you click the button. There's only one button, so you don't have to read directions because reading directions is so much work also. So you just click the button, blend, make your smoothie, take it off, and then, sorry, let me put the cap on nice. And then see the cap, it has this, and then you open it, and then you drink it from the blendy thing. So it's not like you have to blend it and then pour it into a cup, and then now you have to wash 2 dishes. You only have to wash this, which is beautiful. Anyway, those are my toys I got during break. Like for me, toys are anything related to food because that's just how it is. That's the celiac life. Ooh, also, I have an update on I think it was my first ever podcast episode. If any of y'all are OG fans and remember that, in my first ever podcast episode, I tried out. Actually, that's a lie. I don't think it was my first episode. I think it was my second episode. Never mind. One of my episodes, I tried out the Rhode Peptide lip treatment, the Hailey Bieber one, and I do have an update for y'all. If any of you don't know what I'm talking about, let me just grab it real quick. Okay, this is the Peptide lip treatment. It's like a lip gloss, not a lip gloss, it's like a lip tint that is also a lip balm. So it's hydrating, but also tinty. So it's like makeup and skincare combined, which is my favorite kind of thing to wear. So yeah, I was obsessed with these. I wore this so much. But now it's like grainy. There's little pieces. It's like you can feel little balls in it. And I searched online, and apparently that means that it's like the wax is coming together and forming little balls in the lip balm. And I think like if you use the lip balm a lot, then eventually it gets like that because this is the color I use the most. So this one is the most grainy. And then the second most used color is like a little bit grainy. And then the other two that I don't use as much are like perfectly smooth, perfect. So this one is grainy. So I heard that you have to take like a warm cup of water and microwave it or something and then put it in there, and then it'll like melt the wax and combine all together again. But that I don't have time for that. I guess technically I could do that right now. Should I? We'll see. If we have time at the end, we'll do it. If not, we'll save it for another episode. Okay, I promise I'll do it with y'all. But yeah, I also heard that you can just email customer service and be like, my lip balm is grainy, get me a new one. So I might try that too. Maybe I'll send out the email today, sometime later today. And then like in a future episode, we'll try melting the little wax balls in it. And then we'll also see if Rhode responds to me and gives me a new lip balm. That sounds like a good idea. Okay. Next, I have something that I think would be fun to taste test on this show. A couple of weeks ago, my stomach was kind of hurting and I just couldn't eat anything. So I was just drinking liquids, and I saw Prime at the store and I was like, let me try this because I feel like it's so popular, and I thought it was weird. I feel like it's weird that's popular because it's like an influencer brand, but it's actually like mainstream. I know I'm very behind and late to this game, but I did get a Prime drink. So let's taste test it. But let me go get it from my fridge. So hold up 1 minute. Prime. Ice pop flavored hydration drink. It says gluten-free, caffeine-free. You can't read that, but trust me, it says it. I don't know. I think it's supposed to be like a Gatorade kind of thing. Let's see how much sugar it has. I don't know. Honestly, I'm kind of bad at like calories and reading nutrition labels and knowing if it means it's healthy or not, because like I don't understand what calories means, because I feel like when you're gluten-free, like you're just trying to find, ow, I can't open this. You're just trying to find like food. Like my main goal is just to find food and eat. So I'm never really concerned about anything outside of is it edible. But Prime. Oh, it smells interesting. Okay. It literally does taste like an ice pop. It tastes like a melted ice pop. The color is, I think it's like white, but like foggy white. Kind of like the bathwater. No, that's not what I meant. Anyway, it tastes here. Honestly, that is pretty good. I do like it. I'm not even gonna lie. It's not bad. Like, if I need hydration, I would drink this. I would definitely drink this. It has coconut water, 10% coconut water. Honestly, I fuck with this. This is good. I don't like Logan Paul, but I don't really like this drink either. Like, I wouldn't be craving this drink, but like, I'll finish it. Actually, I don't know if I'll finish it. It's okay. 6 out of 10. Okay, what else do we have planned here? Yeah, I feel like I'm not gonna do the like melting the lip thing. We're gonna do that next week because I just I'm trying to do 30-minute videos and it always ends up being way over 30. So let's see if we can actually just hit 30 today. Anyway, I think the one last thing we can look at is I actually found this a couple weeks ago and it was in my doc for like many episodes, but I just never had time to get to it. But today we kind of have time because there's no main topic and we're just kind of updating, getting to know each other, life update. But here's the thing. Ooh, let me close my tabs. You do not want to see my school homework. Okay. So it's called GlutenDetect for home use, at-home test to self-monitor gluten-free dietary compliance and detect gluten intake. And I think you use it with your poo. Here, wait, let's see how to use. It says this test is similar to a COVID or pregnancy test. Okay. Yeah, so it can tell you if you've eaten gluten or not. Oh, I think you use your urine. They have 2 types. They have a urine one and a stool one, which I don't really understand the point of that because I feel like if you gave anyone the chance between urine and stool, they're always going to choose urine because I did a stool test once and it was literally traumatizing. I hated it. Let's see how it works. I feel like, honestly, here, wait, we need to not order. Let's see the price. Okay. So for the stool one, a 2-pack is $40. A urine one, a 5-pack is $75, and a 12-pack is $140. But I just don't understand why anyone would choose the stool one over the urine one. I feel like if I had to guess, the stool one is probably more accurate than the urine one because I feel like it would just be easier to detect gluten in stool rather than urine, but that's literally just my head coming up with things. I don't know for sure. It is kind of expensive, but I feel like it's definitely an interesting product because I always wonder, like, have I been contaminated or am I just sick, you know? So I feel like this would definitely be helpful in knowing whether or not you've been cross-contaminated because for me, it honestly is kind of hard to tell and I never really know. Let's see what else they have on here. News and publication. They have an ongoing clinical trial. Interesting. Free shipping. I mean, I feel like it would be interesting for me to try this, but also, like, I don't want to. I'm pretty good with sticking to my gluten-free diet. Like, I think I have only been cross-contaminated once last year. So I'm obviously not going to eat gluten on purpose just to test this product to see if it works. I guess you could use it on, like, my roommate and then see if she tests positive, but also that's so expensive just for funsies. I don't know if I'm gonna get it. It sounds like it would be fun, but I don't know. Oh, they have Instagram. Let's see what's on their Instagram. 2,000 followers. Okay, is that a lot? I don't know how much brands usually have. They're like little thing that you have where it says like what kind of account you are is health and beauty. This is not beauty. Okay, their Instagram's kind of boring. Oh, oops. Let me go back. Yeah, their Instagram's low-key a little boring. No, it's nice actually. It's nice. I'm a hater. Why do I keep on accidentally closing out of it? That's ignore that. Anyway, I think I might be at exactly 30. I'm not sure because I also spend so much time walking around trying to get stuff that it's probably going to cut off and be less than 30. But I'm always above 30, so being below 30 isn't a bad thing. But yeah, that was a lot of random information. I'm glad I did this little life update, but like, just know my content isn't normally like this. Like, I normally have a topic. I normally am a little bit more informative, although you did learn about Prime today, so what more information do you need? And I promise I'm gonna work on the Italy video. It's just taking me so long because I have to like Google every single restaurant I ate at and then make a list, and then I don't know, it just, I have like pictures and I'm trying to organize it all and it's taking a while, but it's coming. It's coming soon and it's going to be amazing and you're going to love it and it's going to help you plan your trip. It is expensive to go to Italy, but I think like for me, that was the first time, besides like going to Canada, that I've left the country in a long time. I've also gone to Pakistan, but that's because my family's from Pakistan. So it was my first time leaving a country to not see family, like for actual vacation. And it's definitely a splurge trip, but like if you're ever going to do a splurge trip, this is the trip to splurge on. I would say this and Disney World, but Disney World's kind of bad post-COVID. Not that I've been, but I just, based on what I've seen. But yeah, that's all for today. Let me take a sip, one last sip. So weird. By the way, this contains tree nuts. If you have an issue with that, no Prime for you. But otherwise, I know a lot of people who are gluten-free have a dairy issue. No dairy, I think. No, I don't think it has dairy. Although I'm not an expert on dairy, so maybe look at that yourself. But no dairy, no gluten. Bye.